G'day YouTube, Quacker John here. Today Alan is showing how to change the Vulcan S engine oil. Alan sent me this video showing what is involved in changing the Vulcan S engine oil. Alan is a subscriber of my channel and lives in Michigan, USA. Thanks to Alan for this video.
This is my 2019 Kawasaki Vulcan S that I'm preparing for winter. And the first preparation will be changing the oil and filter. And all you will really need is a drain pan, 2 quarts of fresh oil. That can be either refined oil or a blended oil, or if the bike has more than 2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles, synthetic oil. A clean filter, a combination wrench to undo the plug, and some other wrench to undo the filter. I find that the channel locks work the best for me, and they're universal. And I also just add a couple funnels and some rags for cleanup spills and later transfer. So where you will add the oil back, obviously, is right here. There's a drain piece or a plug there. You unscrew that, and that's where your oil will go back in, and that's why I use the filters. And there's your sight glass there. Now, where the actual filter and drain plug are located, I work from the other side of the bike, and where they're located is the drain plug is located right there, 17 millimeter, and the filter is located on the front of the bike right there. So I usually undo the filter first, let it drain, clean around the engine block, and then unthread the drain plug with the 17 millimeter wrench. I'm going to go start the engine now and run it to get it up to operating temperatures. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so the oil's been drained into the pan, as you can see. And my funnel has been put into the dip, or into the area where you would refill the oil. You will do that with whatever grade oil you're choosing to use. Now, Kawasaki recommends 1040 for most conditions. If you live in a colder climate or ride in colder weather, you might go with a lighter oil, 1030 or something. Or if you live in hotter climate where your ambient air temperatures are 90 to 100 degrees all the time, you might want to go with a little heavier oil. I would consult your local Kawasaki dealer, but based on the owner's manual, 2 quarts of oil total with a filter, and 1040 oil is the recommended. Now, I will show you a little mechanics trick that I've learned over the years. And that mechanics trick is to put a little oil, or actually fill the oil filter up first before you actually put the filter on. Get your 2 quarts of clean oil, put a little oil in there. The reason why I do this, and the mechanic trick is, so that when you start the engine, it is not starving for oil while it's running initially. Otherwise, while it's running, it will actually be running without oil as the oil is being pumped around. The other thing that I do, obviously, and I recommend that you put a little oil around the gasket. And there you go. Now, the other thing I want to remind people, two things. One, that's a horizontal oil filter when you put it on, so some of the oil will dribble out. That's okay. Just wipe everything down. And the oil that I'm using is the Kawasaki 1040. This oil meets all of their JSO, MA, and MA2 requirements. It does everything that they say it's supposed to do. This is regular refined oil. This is not a blended oil. It is not a synthetic oil. But it's the cheapest of the bunch. It's about $6 a quart. The filter is about $8. So overall, it's a very cheap investment for an oil change. And again, follow the owner manual recommendation for oil changes, but I'm getting ready to winterize, so I'm changing the oil and filter before winter. I hope this helps everybody. Okay, so the oil and filter change is complete. The last things you need to do is make sure that the faces of where you put in your fill plug, the face where the oil filter fit on, and the face where the drain plug fit were all nice and clean. Clean off any debris, dirt, or other material. Also, here's the drain plug. Has a nice little O-ring there. Make sure it's not cracked or broken or messed up in any way. So you put that back on, hand tight, which again, I want to warn people about putting the filter on. Make sure the filter is on, but again, I only tighten hand tight because there's an O-ring there, so on the end of the filter. And you can see from the filter and the oil lines there, I'm right at the top. I have not run the bike yet, but once I do, that'll drop a little bit. It'll work out all of the air in the system, and I will check it again. I will also check for any drips or leaks. So before you take off and go anywhere, make sure that your fittings and everything are clean. No drips, no leaks or spills, okay? And one last bit, again, used oil has chemicals in it that can be considered cancerous. So do what you need to do to protect yourself and dispose of the oil correctly in an environmentally sound way. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up and like, and if you have any comments, please put those down below. That helps feed the algorithm for John's YouTube channel. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoy my videos, subscribe to the channel. The Quacker John Vulcan S show is on every Friday night at 10 PM Brisbane, Australia time. You are most welcome to join in. You are most welcome to join the Quacker John chat room, and the link for your invitation to join the chat room is in the comments under the video. I have published a book called My Kawasaki Vulcan S Adventures, and it is available on the Amazon website. See ya!